Let me see. Let me see if they gon' allow me to do this stream. We doing some more Orisha astrology tonight. If I'm able to do this stream. Let's see. Say open Wi-Fi network available. Let me see, is anybody gonna come in the room? We got anybody that's gonna come in the room? Let's see what we got. What is popping, everybody? It is Sunday, and what's up, Beauty Dark Side? This is a random stream. I just had a random inkling to go live and talk about stuff. Talk about this. What's good with you? See if we gonna get anybody else up in here. I see it's 2 people. Who's the other person? Okay, we got 3 people up in here. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Can y'all hear me pretty well? Y'all let me know if y'all like these Orisha astrology videos. I'm gonna see is my hopefully my connection will be able to last, cause I can't seem to do it the other way I usually do these streams. So I'm just doing it off of my phone on my TV. What's up, Amadorello? What's good with you, baby girl? How are you? You said yeah. So yeah, there's definitely a story that is going on right now. You know, people are gonna feel this energetically. What's up, Lady True? Alafia, peace. As we can see, the focus right now is gonna be on the baby Oshun. The baby Oshun is gonna be the focus right now. What's good, Mike Larry's? The baby Oshun, the moon in Leo in the 10th house, you know, so right now the baby Oshun is she's in the house of you know, she's graduating, you know, she's about to start working, and as we can see, grandmama is still in the midheaven. So she haven't left yet. So this is still a story about how a lot of these different archetypes in the past, you know, how they formed. You know, we're talking about Pisces. We're still in the Pisces season. So this is you know, this is talking about different archetypes of women, or different archetypes of men, whatever this energy, you know, however it hits you, you know, this is gonna talk about how these archetypes came to be and how they all started, you know. So the last time the moon was in Cancer, you know, so this was the grandmother telling her story of how she became the working mother, you know, that miserable working mother that was working out of her element. And she taught her daughters how to do the same work. And she's, you know, she's kind of like, yo, I didn't really know what I was doing when I got into this, and I wish that I didn't. I wish that I could have known better, but I'm trying to make things right, and let you know, Yemoya, that you know that this same this same rat race that I see you going through because you're trying to follow in my footsteps. I'm trying to let you know that it's not working, you know? So now, when we look at this this moon in Leo, so this is the daughter. So first we had the grandmother talking to the mother. Now we got the daughter. We got the daughter that's also following into the same footsteps as her mother. And right now, as a lesson in status, this is something that that Nana Baruku is shedding some light on, you know, because this is a status. This is a status that we got to get in order, you know. So what does this mean? You know, so for the soul family, this is talking about you sacrificing your solar energy, your creative energy, you know, you selling your soul so you can live the dream. So you can live the dream, the American dream. And the American dream for you is nothing but a you know, you're really building up an American dream for CEO of the company that you're working for, or the real boss that's really running things. You're really building an American dream for them. And the American dream, that the little piece of it that you get for putting all of your hard-earned soul into whatever this is that you're doing, you know, it's all an illusion, Pisces. It's all an illusion at the end of the day, you know. And what's under the illusion? You know, this Neptune, and this is a real old, this is an old trick. 22 degrees, you know, 17 degrees. This is an old trick. This is an old trick that has been played on a lot of us, you know. And this is how I'm showing you this can be about women and men once you put the meat suit on it. We know that Neptune, this is talking about escapism, impressionability, delusions. You know, we're all there always have to be an advanced form of Neptune in order for this illusion to even be possible. You know, because this Neptune, it makes you believe in the illusion. And then see this right here. This is kind of hidden. This is kind of in the middle of Mercury in Pisces, and it's also in the middle of that and the Neptune, you know. So the power is in the middle. What's up? No, we done making the white man rich. Yeah. You know. So this is the power. So this is the illusion that everybody's under. And then this is the power. But look at you got to dispel this Neptune in order to even get to the real power. And the real knowledge that can be communicated to you, that can help you to dispel the illusion. Look at all of this bullshit that you got to go under, that you got to sift through in order to get here. Most people drown before they even get here. Most people drown before they even get the real knowledge. It's like by the time you get the real knowledge, you know, look at Mercury. By the time you get the real secret, eight house, by the time you get the real secret that's gonna put you where you're supposed to go, North Node, that's gonna give you the fortune, you know, that's really gonna help you with your originality and all of that, you know. And once you finally get to the communication that you need, that can finally get you to the status, that you've always wanted to be, you know, you're burnt out. You're burnt out already. So that's the game. You know, even in the Bible, it said the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but it's to the one that can endure to the end. You know, are you going to endure to the end of the arcade? How many coins are you going to have left once you get to the end of the arcade? Or are you going to spend all of your Leo energy in a status because of a job that was an illusion? You wasn't even meant to be here. So what happens? What happens when you have someone with a good heart? Because now we're talking about medical. What happens when you have someone with a good heart? You know, they're associated with a lot of yes men. You know, bees, the queen bee, associated with a lot of yes men. You know, and a lot of times these yes men that she's associated with, you know, fifth house in Aquarius, a lot of them don't even know what they're talking about. You know, they're not no humanitarian. You know, they represent Aquarius, but they represent Aquarius in the outer way. So this is someone who's associated with a lot of intelligent, like people who are intelligent, who got like degrees and stuff. You know, so she's associated with that. So she feel like, okay, you know, maybe that's what I need. That's what I need. All right. So what was I talking about? Okay. So we still got the fourth house in Capricorn, you know. So this is a very rigid, a very rough upbringing. You know, this is giving you a little insight on how this baby Oshun, who is a Leo moon, how she had to, you know, how she had to live. You know, you see this line right here. A lot of who your inner child, a lot of the way your inner child expresses herself. If you have a Leo moon, you're gonna see right now a lot of it is expressed on the way you grew up. You know, so if you grew up with a fourth house in Capricorn, you know, this is someone who had a very strict upbringing, very dry. You know, you represent the heart, but the house where you're supposed to get the love from is absent. It's not there, you know. But you start to find love here, which is not good. You know, you start to find love in a high status. You only feel love when you're high value. As a woman, you only feel like you're loved when you have a high status. And this comes from the home, and this is deep rooted. You know, a lot of times these are baby Oshuns who was raised up, who could have been raised up by their fathers, you know, but they didn't have no mother. This could be a baby Oshun who was either raised up with just their father or raised up around a lot of men, and they don't have no mom. They don't have a lot of divine feminine that they can be around. Or this could be a very strict abusive type of upbringing, deep abusive type of upbringing, where there was no father in the home. Maybe she had to be a mother at an early age because her mother was a working mother. There's a lot of ways that you can tweak this. You know. Now the second thing, when we're talking about baby Oshuns, because baby Oshuns, they grow up to be mama Cholas. You know, just like how baby baby Oshuns, they're mama Cholas. Baby Merthes, they end up being Yemoyas, all of that type of stuff. So remember in the Orisha Pataki, talking about Oshun, the Leo Oshun, so this is the Oshun that can represent Sekhmet, the lioness with the nice Coke bottle body with the lion face, the lioness, the drama queen, the Queen Yalorde. This is the Leo Oshun, the Oshun who is fierce, but the way she gets her royalty is by being humble. Being humble and always willing to do what's necessary in order for the kingdom to thrive. That's the biggest thing with Oshun, But if the baby SU is hidden, a lot of these types of baby Oshuns, they be getting with them baby issues they be staying at their mama house. They be staying with their mama. What was that, Baby Boy? See, this is the story of Baby Boy. You got the baby Oshun right here, and then you got Eshu at his mama house. the baby Eshu at his mama house. But if this Virgo in the 12th house, when we're talking about this baby Oshun, if this gets tainted, if this Virgo in the 12th house gets tainted, the chances of her becoming a Obanani is very slim. It's damn near slim to none. Because once it gets to this point with the second house in Scorpio, it's already a wrap. It's already a wrap. So a lot of when we're talking about this world and this society, they try to make some of these Orishas popular. They try to popularize the Orishas. And when they popularize it, it make you want to be like that Orisha. It make you want to be like that. And then once you start walking the path and you start finding out what these Orishas, what these energies go through when they get put in bodies, it make you want to second guess being that energy. And Oshun, she's the main one. Everybody loves Oshun. Everybody wants to be Oshun. Everybody, all the women love wearing yellow and gold and diamonds and, everybody want to be Oshun. But people don't know the half of what Oshun goes through. People don't know the half of what she goes through. You talking about a energy every time she gets put in a body. Every time the baby Oshun gets put in a body and she decides to crash land on this earth. It's always hard for her. And a lot of times it's hard for her for no reason. Baby Oshuns are naturally beautiful. And a lot of times they can be so beautiful that even as a baby, they're intimidating. even as a baby, even as a baby, Oshun is intimidating, you know. And she gets treated a lot of times the way these baby Oshuns grow up, they get treated like Cinderella by their real family. You know, they get treated like a Cinderella in their real family, you know. And the baby SU, which for them is the knight in shining armor, is always a dream for them. Virgo in the 12th house. You know, it's a dream, you know. My shining prince is somewhere in La La Land. and if I can just go to La La Land, if I can just, you know, if I can just live up to my status and become the queen, maybe I can go to the 12th house. Maybe I can associate myself in the right light. I can associate myself with the right light, so I can go to the 12th house and find my prince, and then we can live happily ever after, and you know, and I can be Obanani, and we can live happily ever after. But then the truth comes along. Dun dun dun. You know, Scorpio, you only get what you are. That's what Oya is like, yo, you know, you can only get what you are. You know, and what comes to the dark, all those things that you had to do behind the scenes to get stability, all of those things come to light when you're trying to find a prince. You know, this is what Oya is saying, you know, because a lot of times the baby Oshun, you know, she can, you know, walk around and act like she ain't hiding nothing. But they always got a jealous sister in the cut. You know, they always got a jealous sister in the cut that's always scheming. You know, you see it in the movies. See, these movies, all they do is play off of our astrology at the end of the day. You know, that's what these movies play off of, you know. And it's funny, I was literally talking to somebody, you know, this guy is a very dope artist. You know, he got this opportunity to sign with this major label. And, you know, I was really kind of explaining to him the things that I went through, you know, when I was signed in Atlanta, you know, and just trying to make sure that with him making this move, he understands the gravity of this situation. You know, you talking about being signed to a major label like that, you know, you better make sure that you got a lot of ducks in a row. You know, you never want to be in a situation where you're like a fan, you know, because you get treated like a fan. Fan service isn't what is it? Fan service is not good, you know, because everybody has to get catered to, you know. So when you're in these type of positions, you never want to be in a status where you're being treated like a fan. You know, when Moon is in Leo, especially Leo in the 10th house, it's almost like even if you gotta fake it till you make it, if this is where you've always wanted to be, it's like now is the time where even if you're faking it, even if you can fake it, you know, something can happen to where you'll end up in that situation. You'll end up in a situation to where this dream can come true. As long as whatever career you're giving your creative energy to is something that you want to be in. you know. And we learn this by studying the baby Oshun, you know. And the things that the baby Oshun had to do for her mother. See, this is a lot of this is what a lot of people don't like to talk about, but it's a lot of shit when we talk about these black families, you know, because I don't know anything about white families. I don't know anything about white people. I don't know anything about Asian people and Chinese people. I'm talking about African spirituality, which is the essence of our melanated people. And there's a lot of families out here. The reason why the mama is able to look so innocent is because the daughter covered up a lot of their secrets. A lot of their secrets. The baby Oshun knows what mama was doing because a lot of them, both of them was in on it. You know, the mama, the daughter had to cover up what the mama was doing. And you know, and vice versa in a lot of ways. But you know, the baby Oshun, she learns how to be sneaky when it comes to her emotions and stuff like that. That's what she learns from her mom and her grandmother the most. You know, that's why it'd be so hard. Like a Leo who's a baby Oshun who really knows herself, bruh. She can be cheating on you. She could be sleeping with other people. Like, bruh, she could have a whole harem, you know. And if she knows how to use these energies correctly as a man, you wouldn't even notice. You know. And if it's been happening long enough, you may or may not care. Cause you're like, shit, like she's still giving me that good loving. She's still giving me that warm food. You know, she's still doing all the things that I expect of her. And then, you know, you find out from a jealous Oya, you know, that sees the value in what she's taking advantage of. You know, a jealous Oya whispering in your ear, sounding like a snake, sounding like a serpent. Hey, I saw your girl over there with old boy at the gym. I saw Oshun over there with Shango at the gym. You know, see, if I was your girl, you wouldn't have that to worry about. You know, I'm just saying, you know, this things may not be as peachy cream as you think. You know, I'm just looking out for a brother. You know how Oya like to do. And then you kind of thinking about it. But when you come home, Mama Chola got the soul food cooking. You know, she got the illusion. She got all of this stuff going on. So now when the communication, because hold up, let me show you. You know, so Mercury in Pisces, 5th house, you know, after all of this 5th house stuff that this baby Oshun is a master at, you know, once she start, you know, she got you over here in dream world land, you know, once it's time for y'all to have this conversation about what are you doing with your creative energy, you know, because that's what sex is. You're using your creative energy. So once this conversation, this Mercury, it you know, once this conversation happens where you're trying to ask her about this, she can put you in la la land. You know, Pisces, she can put you in la la land right now. You know, now as a man, the only way that you can't get put in la la land is that you have to be, see, nobody knows the baby Oshun like Eshu. And the baby Eshu is always gonna position himself to escape from anything. You know? That's why in the Bible it said Jesus, he gave his life freely. Because you can't trap someone whose essence is an escape plan. The baby Eshu, his essence is the escape plan. If you follow him, you'll always be able to escape. You know? So this is the baby Eshu. He's in La La Land. He's in Yemoya's La La Land Sea Kingdom right now. You know? But he's down the middle. He's split down the middle right there. You know? So he's looking at Akasha. He's looking at Obanani right here. And then he's over here and he's looking at the baby Oshun. You know, he's associating. See, this is the 11th house association. He's still associating with this baby Oshun, you know, but he's analyzing her. And he also knows the actions, because we're talking about the first house, which is actions. He also knows the actions of what a wife and an Obanani is really supposed to be, because he has this example right here. You know? So as a man, you know, these Leo moon, baby Oshuns at a high status, you know, right now we're analyzing Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is a Sagittarius in the 3rd house. So to some people, she sound real crazy right now. She's talking, she's communicating. Nicki Minaj is communicating. Sagittarius in the 3rd house. But emotionally, Nicki Minaj sound like she's in La La Land right now, because her Virgo moon is in the 12th house. Emotionally, she's in La La Land. You know, she's a mother. Pisces, she's a working mother. You know, you see more pictures of Nicki Minaj with no clothes on than recent pictures of her with her kids and her family. You know, but what did Nicki Minaj have to do in order for her to get to where she's at? Did she have to sell her soul? Y'all tell me. You know, in order for her to get this status, did she have to reflect away some of this Leo energy, some of this creative? What does Leo represent? Leo represents procreation, recreation, children, play, childlike essence. Did she have to sell some of her childlike essence in order for her to get to this high value elder? She sound like an elder woman, you know? And the thing about it is, the way she is on the chessboard, that's how I know these celebrities know astrology. Because the way she's set up on the chessboard, any man that tries to go at her right now, they're gonna seem like they're crazy. You know, where's Gemini? Gemini, we got a lot of secret enemies, secret things against us. If we try to talk sense right now, you know, Gemini is still in the 9th house. See, Mercury is in between Saturn and Jupiter. So you got to stay in the middle during this illusion at work, in your work. You got to stay you gotta make sure that even though the baby SU is in La La Land, you can still find him. Is not hard to find SU in La La Land. It's like he's like the only one in the party who's not dancing. It's so easy to find the baby SU, so it's no excuse. It's no excuse to be out here acting like you don't got no sense. While everybody is in La La Land because of this illusion, you know, everybody feel like they're high and mighty. Everybody feel like they're high and mighty and that they're a high value. There's no reason, there's no excuse for you to be in La La Land right now. There's no excuse. It's always easy to find the baby SU. It's always easy to find us because we be the one person in the party that look like we up to something, you know. But if even though we look like we're up to something and people ask us stuff, sometimes we still gotta opt to not say anything, you know, because this Lilith, if we go too overboard in the illusion, we can still come off as a heretic saint. And the reason why we come off as a heretic saint is because this version of the baby Oshun, if she's lost in her illusion, she'll bring anything to light that needs to be brought to light in order for her status to stay the same. So if that means she got to throw you under the bus in order for her to keep her job, you know, if that means that she gotta do something to put your 5th house or your 4th house at risk, you know, you gotta uproot, you gotta leave, you gotta uproot, you become the fallen goat, or you become a product of gossip, you know, using creative energy in the wrong way, you know, a lot of things can happen because of this. And then we got Charis. We got Charis in Gemini. You know? So Charis, this is the she is known as the symbolism of the mother, but in a less emotive and more physical way than the moon. The ruler of Virgo. So even though the baby SU is in La La Land and he's observing everything that's going on, he's observing the calamity, he still have a messenger right here, because, you know, Legba and SU are one, you know. So even though SU is in La La Land, he still got Legba over here to give him the play-by-play, you know. So this is what she's reporting back. Hardworking, rebellious, anxious character, endowed with an accurate sense of honor and duty. Someone that undergoes destructive events which are beyond one's control, but one bravely gets back on their feet. Success, fame, and wealth are achieved by one's field of competence, you know. So this is the personality. This is the personality of this Gemini right now, you know. This is someone who's very resilient. And this is talking about Kanye. This is talking about Kanye, y'all. Gemini, you know, but his inner child is innocent. Even though right now Kanye is coming off as a heretic saint, you know, his inner child is making him look like a very resilient person. Very resilient. Even though, you know, like Dolo would say, Gemini is flunked out, you know, because whatever, even if he says the right thing, it's still going to come off as a Gemini you know, who's crazy in the head. But this fortune, you know, this is who we really are. Observant, patient, and loyal character. Relationships with siblings are harmonious. This is what's being attacked with Kanye. You know, him not being able to see his kids and stuff. Success is achieved in education and all careers related to children and youth. We know Pisces moons, they care a lot about the children and the youth. So did Michael Jackson. You know, Michael Jackson cared a lot about the children and youth. Owing to one's personal qualities and professional merits, one attracts many genuine friends and powerful protectors. You know, y'all might have y'all issues to say about Kim K, but I don't know no other person who would give you those millions of dollars that Kim gave to Kanye to clear him of all of those sampling court cases that he was under. Life unfolds in happiness and prosperity. You know, twinness, possibility to be a twin or to have twins. You know, so this is what I'm going through, because I'm a Gemini, and part of myself has been in this hermit, emotional hermit, you know, meditating, you know, staying out the way. I've been chilling. This is what a lot of y'all need to be doing right now. Y'all need to be observing. Y'all need to be observing what the baby Oshun is bringing to light, because at the end of the day, she's not wrong. She's like, yo, as a baby Oshun, my job is to do this. That's what her job is supposed to be. And what is midheaven in Cancer? A careful person, you know, someone who waits for the right time before you take action. Nothing can prevent you from implementing your project, which is often related to real estate or with the past, unless particularly salient factors of your natal chart indicate otherwise. You need protection and a worry-prone nature. You know, it is quite unlikely that you play a prominent role in early life. You know, so this is someone. So this version of Mama Chola that the baby Oshun has been looking at, you know, the version that she's been looking up to is the version of her grandmother that ran the house. You know, this is someone who ran the house. You know, this is the way that the house was run, and this is the way she plans to run whatever it is that she wants to run one day. But as we can see, with this midheaven in Cancer, it has nothing to do with the 7th house, which is relationship, and it has nothing to do with the 4th house, which is home. You know, this is a lot of this is going to be used for this, you know, which is the 8th house, which is sexual things, Scorpio type things, secret things, business things, and then this right here, working, you know. And hopefully with the soul family, this can be self-improvement. And this can be you letting go things that's not gonna make you stable. But as we know, Mama Chola, she's known for her soul food, you know. And with Moon and Leo in the 10th house, Mama Chola, this is her status. Her status right now, she's the one that got the best soul food. This Mama Chola is the Mama Chola that got the best soul food. you know. And the reason why she got the best soul food is because, you know, she learned the you know, the processes and all of that from her upbringing. Her upbringing is what taught her how to cook so well, you know. And then, you know, with this Aquarius, this is what helped her how to creatively and intelligently use her energy so that she could be a chef, you know. And this right here, what does that mean again? This is a sesquiquadrant. And I looked this up, and this could mean a opposition, you know. And it's a opposition of the moon. So a lot of times, you know, a lot of times these baby Oshuns can cook better than their own mom, and their mom can be the first one jealous of them. You know, I'm just talking, y'all. I'm still learning. I'm still learning about what all this stuff means. It's just when I get certain channels, I gotta talk about it. So, so this is what is being shed. This is the light. This is the light that's being shed right now. We still got this Chiron in Aries oh yeah, so that's what I was talking about. So this is the baby Oshun who had the best soul food, right? You know. Now remember when I was talking about the when I was breaking down Palomyombe, and remember when I was breaking that down and I was talking about the cauldron, and I was talking about depending on the tribe that you're in, you would learn how to use that cauldron in a different type of way, depending on what tribe you're from. And remember I said, when it came to Mama Chola Boulevard, she learned how to use her cauldron for soul food. Now, remember I said you got two cauldrons, you know. You got one cauldron that's there. It's like this organ in your head, and it looks just like a vagina, but it's in your head. I forgot the name of it. And then as a woman, you have a cauldron in between your legs, you know. Now, when it comes to the Leo moon, baby Oshuns, they grow up, and a lot of times, if they don't learn how to properly use self-control, they'll grow up instead of having a reputation of the best soul food when it comes to cooking, or the best soul food when it comes to their mind and all of that, you know. These can be the baby Oshuns who can have a reputation of the best soul food, you know, the best poom poom, having that type of status. And that's what makes them a mother that has to work. That's what makes them a mother that has to work outside of their element, you know, because Leo is meant to be in the 5th house. You know, the baby Oshun, she's meant to be somewhere in a garden, you know, somewhere in a garden, lolly lolly la, you know, somewhere with the birds, and, you know, she got her a little lake where the crocodiles come and see her, and then she got some peacocks that fly by sometimes, and she got this big rock that she sits on and watch the sunset. That's the type of life, 5th house type of life that the baby Oshun is supposed to have. you know. But when she ends up linking up with a Shango who's not intelligent with his seed, bro, you can't make this shit up. What's up? What's up, Black Panther? So when you end up with a Shango who's not intelligent with his seed, your creative energy is your seed, you know. You end up in this type of situation, you know. Success and fame. This is the type of guy that a lot of these baby Oshuns end up with, and they end up having these kids. Ambitious, enterprising, and nice character. Success and fame and wealth can be achieved in exploration of the unknown territories and all kinds of journeys. You know, see, this is a Shango who reminds her of a baby Eshu that she's been dreaming about. But is this baby Eshu that she's been dreaming about, is this the innocent baby Eshu, or is this a program that has been programmed into her because of media and rap songs and, you know, social media, all that kind of stuff? One must be very careful in the selection of business partners because there is a danger of being taken advantage of, particularly by people who not belong to the same social circle. So this is what happens to a baby, to a lady who's extremely beautiful. She got extremely radiant baby Oshun energy, and she don't know herself. What's up, multiverse? I appreciate that. So this is talking about this is the type of guy. This is the type of guy that a baby Oshun, this is a beautiful lady, a beautiful woman, you know. She don't know herself, so she don't know that she's not supposed to be in certain places. She's naive. She don't know that she's not supposed to be in certain areas, in certain places with certain people, you know. She haven't got the game on that. So she's goofy. And then she links up with somebody, you know, whose success and fame can be achieved by exploration of unknown territories and all kinds of journeys. That's risky. It's extremely risky when this is not a baby Eshu. You know, extremely risky. And this is a wannabe Shango. This is a wannabe Shango that got this baby Oshun wrapped around her finger. You know, you got to be very careful in selecting business partners like this, because there's a danger of being taken advantage of, particularly by people who do not belong in their circle. This degree warns against possible swindles and violent death, one where there was a perpetrator or the victim. You know, how many baby Oshuns have died within the last few months of a violent death, and they was the victim? You know, they were swindled. They were swindled. You know, they was giving themselves and taking advantage of in business deals gone wrong, aka Mercedes Moore. You know, a lot of these deaths were business deals going wrong, you know. But this is what happens. This is what happens to a baby Oshun who's known for the wrong reason. She known for having the best poom poom in the world, and this is what made her a mother. And she's in this illusion that all I got to do is work, you know, all I got to do is work real hard and all of that. And, you know, and this is a deep illusion. 22 degrees. This is deep. You know, this is a hard illusion to get out of once you subscribe to it. If you're a Leo moon, very hard. 17, you'll notice the illusion before you get the power. And with this Mercury in the sixth house, I mean the Mercury with this Mercury in the fifth house, um, there was always someone, who told you the right way to go before all of this happened. See the wound is up here. The wound is up here in the relationship. But see, there was a tower moment that happened in Aquarius in the fifth house. So this is do you give readings? Yes, I do give readings. www.bandclaptv.com. If you go to my services tab, actually let's do it right now. I got my TV right here. Let's do it right now while we live. Hold up. Y'all give me a second. I'm finna go to bandclaptv.com while we live. BAND. All right, we finna go live. All right, here we go. So this is bandclaptv.com. My internet is super slow, so it's taking a little minute. But as you can see, this is my website. Got some interviews that I've done. Star Tarot, the beautiful Star Tarot, D. Ray Wise, and Heat Jordan. The shadow work class will be back soon. Let me show y'all the services tab so you can see everything that I have. So we got the DJ services right here, artist interviews. We got natal chart readings. You don't have to have anyone to see the reading. These are by phone. So we got the natal chart reading, everything is everything reading right here. Card readings, the deluxe. That's the deluxe. This deluxe reading, this is like the super one-stop shop. This is like everything from here and all the new stuff that I've learned from creating this into here. So I give a lot of information on the deluxe. Everything is everything. It's worth every penny. I can tell you that. And one thing too, when you click on these, click on this one, it lets you know everything that you need to do. It lets you know the price. It lets you know the duration. This is the form that you have to fill out. I got reviews, consultation reviews that you can check out, So that's that. No, I'm not. So right now, this is just a Orisha astrology about what's going on right now, and depending on who you are and what Orisha you represent, it depends on how this energy is going to affect you, So right now, me, I'm a Gemini, so Gemini is in the 9th house. There's a lot of things that's going on right now that I'm actually very wise about. But with this being my status, because I have a Chiron in Cancer. So with this midheaven being in Cancer, my status in this time right now is very sensitive, even though it's sensitive for no reason. Because the baby issue, my inner child, the Virgo moon and the Virgo ascendant is both in La La Land. Let me see. Let me see, can I put a PayPal? Let me see, can I put a PayPal link? Cause I'm doing this on my phone. If I was doing this live, oh wait, okay. Okay. All right, let me give y'all the PayPal. Actually, it should be, let me see. Oh, yeah, so it's not on here. All right. Let me do that. Let me do that right quick. Stray Panther, do you got my information? Shop, family, water. Okay, so that's the PayPal. I'm about to give y'all the Cash App. All right. So that's the PayPal, and that's the Cash App. Cash App MrBCN. Shop Meliamar at gmail.com. That is the that is the PayPal if y'all want to donate to a brother. So the way my Pataki is playing out, the way my story, mystery, yeah, it has to be a part of your cart at checkout to pay. Oh, okay. So yeah, um, you know, the baby Eshu is in La La Land. He's playing in the water, and he's balanced that way. So I come off extremely balanced when I'm not in my feelings when it comes to the stuff that my inner child gets. Right now I'm craving a lot of crazy foods, a lot of stuff that I haven't ate since I was a kid. I'm craving that kind of stuff. The baby Eshu, he loves to eat food. Right now, my inner child wanted to use his creative energy in a way where his status won't be tampered with. So I decided to come live and do a Orisha astrology to dispel the illusion. Pisces, Sun in Pisces, you know, sixth house, which is the Virgo house, you know. So to dispel the illusion in your issues that don't work anymore, you know. That's what this Leo moon. So what's being shown in the light, what's being reflected by the sun, and brought to the light is whatever status that your creativity, whatever status when it comes to your creative energy, and this is going to be reflected by whatever work that you're in, you know. So even though I'm far from where I want to be in the work that I want to do, this video, this live stream is just a snippet of me. I'm just trying to be in the vibe. I'm just trying to stay in this vibe. So I gotta do things that's coinciding with the vibe, and this is what's coinciding with the vibe. You know, I can't go live on my laptop, you know, because my internet connection is effed up. I can't do everything that I want to do, but me doing this for y'all right now is still in the vibe. It's still in the vibe. Let me see. I see you getting your astrology on. I'll be able to donate to you in a couple of days. I hope you're able to pass on that book. I'm still looking into that book. Like, you sent me some real dope stuff. Like, for real, Ashley Williams. She sent me some real dope stuff. I just started studying astrology in depth some weeks ago. It's amazingly accurate. Yeah, definitely. It is. It is very accurate. And I always like adding a mythology along with the spiritual system, and it helps you to understand it better, you know. So that's why I always talk about these zodiac signs like Orisha energies, you know. Um, so yeah, um, the baby issue is with Legba right now. You know, this is the angel on one shoulder. This is the devil on one shoulder. If you listen to the devil on this shoulder as a Legba, as Gemini, what's up, Amina? So if you're a Gemini and you listen to the devil on your shoulder, you're going to come off as a heretic saint. You know, this is someone who, if this was a different setting, what you said would have been right. But, you know, you're just saying it in the wrong setting. You know, you come off as a heretic saint. But this is the angel that's on your other shoulder. And this angel will make you come off as a hardworking, rebellious, and anxious character, endowed with an acute sense of honor and duty. Someone that undergoes destructive events which are beyond one's control, but one bravely gets back on their feet. Success, fame, and wealth are achieved in one's field of competence, particularly in the military and all occupations related to fire, aviation, or careers requiring creativity and eloquence. So if you listen to the baby issue, even though it may seem like he's in La La Land right now, and the baby issue as a Legba is going to be the angel on your shoulder, you know, you're going to come off as a hardworking, you know, good man. So that's how I want to come off, as a hardworking good man. You know, and when it comes to my stability when it comes to emotional stability, emotional security, you know, things in that realm, you know, right now, my Geminis, the way we communicate, we need to be observant, patient, and loyal. You know, we need to be the wise one, the one that's loyal, patient, and observant right now. We need to be observing, Geminis, because whatever we say can and will be held against you. You know, so we gotta be quiet. You know, everybody's innocence is in La La Land. So, you know, we can't get mad when people of a certain status start having a drama attack, a drama queen attack. We can't be mad, because we know at the end of the day, if they was working in a place, if they was working in their element, they wouldn't have this. If they was working in their element, you know. And even with these miserable mama cholas, because that's what the baby Oshun turns into when she's misguided. She's known to have the best poom poom in the planet. So she has a lot of kids. That's what she has to show for it. You know, unless, you know, other than you having the best mind, you having the best femininity. So the businesses and the family, you know, that's the show for it. You know? So even with these type of women, they still have a wound of individuality in their relationships. You know? So this is the woman who, you know, she runs everything in her career, but it's hard for her to submit to Shango. See, see, this is, see, this is who this baby Oshun dreads, but they love them. It's like a love-hate relationship. You know, this is not this is not the issue that you need to be with, but you can get hurt a lot by being with issues like this, and they don't like Shongos like this. You know, see, this is the version of Eshu who will hit it and quit it. You know, seventh house. You know, this is the version. This is a version of Eshu that'll hit it and quit it, and it'll be like he was never there. You know, this is the version of Shango where he can be doing his own thing, and then she can be doing her thing, and she has a wound of individuality because maybe when he's on the scene, he takes up all the popularity. You know, this version of the miserable Mama Chola, she don't like people that outshine her. If you want to see the dark side of a Leo moon, put her around someone that outshines her naturally. And she got a Scorpio, a Scorpio way of looking at herself. Deep, she got a deep sense of insecurity. You know, she messed up in the head. She crazy in the head. You know, she's quick off at the mouth. You know, she's quick off at the mouth. You know, and see what type of drama that's gonna entail. You know, so these versions of the working mothers, they all got this in common. And again, when I say working mother, I'm talking about working mother. You're working outside of your element, because even when Yemoya is in her kingdom, she's working really hard. You know, but when she comes out to the surface, she's radiating in divine femininity. That's the difference. You know, if you're a Mama Chola, you know, if you're a Mama Chola, be honest. When you come home from work, are you radiating in divine femininity for your kids when you come home from work? You know, are you the loving Basset Akasha when you come home? Are you Ada Wado? Do you transform into Ada Wado when you come home? If any of these answers are no, then you are in the wrong job. And if you feel like you're meant to be there, you're in an illusion. You're in an illusion. Let me see. My studies with Bobby prepared me for the stories, myths that go along with astrology. I wonder if I'm the only one that gets Eshu vibes from Mercury. No, you're right. You're right. That is Eshu. They're both messengers. Yeah. It's just that Legba, you always see Legba in the forefront. See, the baby Eshu, he's always in the cut. So what happens to the Mama Chola specifically when she gets put in this type of situation? But she's working outside of her element. Let's see. So we got this body part chart right here. So we got Leo, it's the heart and spine. This is who the baby Oshun represents: determined, loyal, kind, ambitious, courageous, creative, seductive, responsible, you know, bossy, stubborn, intolerant, self-centered, short-tempered. You know, this is the baby Oshun. It's nothing wrong with this. You know, this is the baby Oshun right here. Now, Capricorn is her upbringing. So she's already going to have some issues with her heart and her spine. in this situation, the tissues in her heart is going to be real, is going to grow thin because of the stress growing up in the Capricorn environment. um the thing that Leo prides herself on, which is her skin, being Oshun. This alone would draw the Leo to get into escapism. You know, when your bones and your skin start looking bad. But what happens? You know, what type of upbringing do you have to have as a Leo? What type of upbringing? I appreciate that. I'm gonna check it. Let me check it and see. I'll check it. I appreciate that. So, so this is the type of environment. That you end up in. You know. So this ease happens when a Leo that's supposed to be in this type of environment, Leo in the 5th house, when she gets put out of this environment and she gets put into an environment that's serious, disciplined, hardworking, responsible, cruel, unpleasant, ruthless, selfish, dull, rigid, slow, or skeptical, so that's the type of upbringing. And see a lot of this, when we're talking about a upbringing like this, hold on. When we're talking about a upbringing like this, Capricorn in the 4th house, we talking about an upbringing like this. Let's see what's all in the 4th house. We got Mars. We got Vesta, and we got Pluto. And Vesta, thoughtful, brilliant, pleasant character. This is someone. This degree often indicates instability, intense sensuality, and a numerous but short-lived romantic affairs. That's what happened when you got the best poom poom on the planet. This what happens when you got the best poom poom on the planet, but that's all you got to show for who you are. You turn into this type of person, where your Mars was in Aquarius, so when it came to your passion and stuff like that in the 4th house, you didn't learn how to use your passion and how to use your fighting spirit in a intelligent kind of way. Pluto and Capricorn. So this was some real deep abuse, some real deep dryness, stability. So what happens when you have someone who's already, this is someone who's very sensitive, in the places that matter, the heart and the spine, the heart chakra and the spine, so, and then you put them in a bone breaking, skin curdling environment in an upbringing. And then this is what they grow up to be. This is what they grow up to have if they don't hurry up and change and get into an environment that's more suitable for their nature. They end up with stomach and breast cancer. There it is. Stomach and breast cancer. There it go. These are your diabetic mothers, that have breast cancer, They got stomach cancer. My grandmother passed away of stomach cancer. No, she had colon cancer. So that's more of a Virgo. You know, colon. Virgo deals with the intestine. You know. So when we're talking about cancer, what is cancer? What is cancer supposed to represent? Sentimental, imaginative, loyal, generous, romantic, nostalgic, dreamy, unrealistic, stubborn, moody, and lazy. You know? So when you think about a Leo, you know, they starts off like this: determined, loyal, you know, kind, ambitious. But then you get put into a serious environment, you know, bone breaking, skin curling, you know. It makes your bones brittle. It makes your skin chafe, you know, because you're put into a serious and disciplined and hardworking environment, which was never meant for you to be in. You was meant to be in a sentimental, imaginative, loyal, generous, romantic, nostalgic, you know, that's the type of environment that you was meant to be in, but you got introduced this at too early of an age. You know, too early of an age. So when you finally get to your midheaven, where you're supposed to be in life, how much sentimental do you have left? How much imagination do you have left? All the times you've been hurt, you know, disloyalty, how much loyalty do you have left? You know, all the soul food that you've given to so many people that fucked you over, how much generosity do you have left? You know, all of the seventh house and Aries, those romantic partnerships that came and went, how much romantic energy do you have left? How much nostalgic and dreamy energy do you have left? Or is this all you got left? Unrealistic, stubborn, moody, lazy, you know? And you know, you live a life where you're constantly in a dis-ease. And this is what ends up happening. You know? Cancer, stomach and breast. That's what cancer rules. That's what they rule over. The stomach and the breast. You know? And Pisces, it rules over the feet, and it also rules blood circulation. You know? So when it comes to you as a mother, you're supposed to be in a emotional, imaginative, opportunistic, intuitive, seductive. It's okay to be indecisive, confused, and moody and vulnerable, you know, if you have a understanding Obatala. If you got an understanding Obatala, as a Pisces Yemoya, if you got an understanding Sagittarius Obatala, see Sagittarius, it covers the thighs and the liver. You know, Melanie, the spirit doula, she did a whole lecture talking about the liver and how important the liver is, you know. So, you know, you got you a Obatala, you know, and he's jovial. He keeps you energetic. He keeps you jovial, optimistic, and charming, you know, adventurous, bold, exuberant, freedom loving, you know. So you got a Sagittarius Obatala who is all of these things, you know. As a Pisces mother, as a Yemoya who has a good heart, Leo, who has a good heart, you will be determined and loyal and kind to a man who expressed these qualities. But you had to have had a father to show these to you first, so you can know what to look for in a man. Energetic, jovial, optimistic, charming, you know, adventurous. You know, if you sit a baby Oshun down and you ask her, what type of man would you like? You know, what type of man would you like to have? And she would say, oh, I want a man like my father. I want a man who's energetic, jovial, optimistic, charming, adventurous, bold, you know, exuberant, freedom loving. That's the type of man that I want because he's just like my father. That's what the baby Oshun would say. But who's the first men? Who's the first men that she's gonna see? She's gonna see the Aries Shango first, and she's gonna be attracted to the Aries Eshu first. And they're courageous, enthusiastic, warm, impulsive, but they're naive. They're self-centered, impatient, childish, and primitive. So even though they mean well, and these are going to you know, these are going to aid in this baby Oshun's upbringing. But these can also burn you out when it comes to you being a Cancer. You know, you be around too many of these type of men. When it's time for you to be when it's time for you to be a elder, you're not gonna have any sentimental left in you. You're not gonna be imaginative, loyal, and generous and romantic no more, because you've given your sensitive heart to too many of these type of men. You know. So this is the goal. So the goal is, how can we get our mothers, how can we get our Yemoyas, who's supposed to be mothers, great mothers of civilization, mothers who deep down inside, they got a good heart. They were just loyal, kind, ambitious, courageous, creative, seductive. They didn't know how to use their powers correctly. You know? So we know when it comes to our mothers, a lot of the issues when it comes to our mothers, especially our big mamas, was high blood pressure. High blood pressure. You know, high blood pressure, blood circulation, high blood pressure. This is the biggest thing that happened to us when we get older as black people, especially black women. You know, that high blood pressure. But this is where it comes from. When you're overly emotional, you no longer have a sense of imagination. You know, you stop looking at the world as a glass half full, and you start looking at it as a glass half empty. Your intuition is drowned in gossip. You know, you no longer really have a seductive nature about you no more. You know, you're indecisive, confused, moody. You know, you don't want to be vulnerable, but it's a part of you to be vulnerable. But it hurts every time you're vulnerable. So that's what makes you unpredictable. You know? And so what this chart is showing you for today is that the reason why a lot of these mothers are in this situation is because this is how they had to grow up. You know, they had to grow up in a serious, disciplined, hardworking, responsible environment. And that environment, it could have been cruel, unpleasant, ruthless, selfish, slow, rigid. You know, Capricorn is in the 4th house. So this is what she had. This is how she had to grow up. This is what was in her home. You know. So someone who has a Leo type of heart and they have to go through a negative Capricorn in the 4th house experience, once they finally get to Cancer, which is their, you know, Cancer, This is the status. Once you get to your status, how much of this are you still gonna have left? How much of this are you actually gonna have left? You know, and this is what we're seeing projected out in our world right now. And like I said, this isn't just talking about women. You know, this isn't just talking about men, and this isn't talking about physical women, because all of this I just said could be housed in a man too. And think about how that would look. Think about how that would look. You know, someone who's a man, who's emotional at work. They're super emotional at work. They're under a illusion, emotional at work, because at the end of the day, the status, his status is of ego. He has a high ego at the job. you know, and because of this high ego, your creativity, this isn't even the place where your creativity is even supposed to show it, and you over here causing a scene. So this could go so many different ways. This is what I love about astrology. Like, this can play in so many different ways. Let me see what y'all talking about. I see what you're saying. Absolutely, astrology is a tool everyone should have, but they should also know how to overcome. Yeah. You definitely gotta grow, overcome, but at least understand what's in front of you so you can know how to move. That's my thing. Yeah, them Leo sun, divine feminine and divine masculine. These are energies that play inside of you depending on the programming. See, me being a Gemini, in the ninth house. My Gemini sun is actually in the ninth house. So I'm good at, I had to learn from an early age that there's a time and place for everything. Not everything needs to be out all the time. Not everything needs to be said all the time. And my inner child, he's in the past. So he's like, yo, in our past lives, when we tried to do or say this and this and this, it didn't go off well. So let's make sure that we don't make that mistake. And the baby Oshun, she's distracting everybody right now to keep the heat off of SU. The baby Oshun is always helping the baby SU out. That's why they're such a good team. Once you're aware, you'll learn what your triggers are. Yeah, that's true. That's completely true. Let me see. You can't completely rely on it. Our ascension allows us to operate outside the boundaries of astrology and time. Yeah. At the end of the day, you being the observer of this, you're already operating outside of it. That's something I got to tell y'all too. You being the observer and you're doing, kind of like what I'm doing, but in your own special way. You being the observer, you're like the 13. You're like the 13th zodiac. Because now you're like the one that's hovering over everything, and you're observing how everything is going on. I'm actually used to helping people. That's part of your professional job. So yeah, like I said, Cancer is in my 10th house, and Cancer, my Chiron is in Cancer. So this wound of individuality, when it comes to relationships, I don't have this to worry about, because since my inner child is in La La Land, he placed me in a situation to where I'm currently not working right now. So I can use this in the way that it's meant to be, talking to y'all about astrology. Talking to y'all about Orisha astrology. You know what I mean? Your birthday is 11/13, so that's November. Spoke of ascending past astrology, but most people haven't gotten. Me, I'm not a Scorpio. I'm a Gemini. Astrology is definitely needed to give you more perspective. Yeah, because this is the thing. You can choose. You can choose not to have a watch. But that doesn't mean that time is not being recorded somewhere else. That's the way I look at it. You know. You're not. Oh yeah, multiverse. Yeah, you're not supposed to use this stuff as a crutch. You know. Just certain things. Things. Certain times, spirit will just give you an inkling. Like today, spirit was just like, yo, I want you to go live today and break this down. I don't know. I ain't know what I was gonna be talking about. I ain't know how I was gonna do it, but but discipline was forced upon me. All Scorpios are associated with sex, but I've been very disciplined. Stellium. See, I'm still learning about the stelliums and stuff. I haven't got that far yet. I'm still learning. Scorpio. Oh, no wonder why you're so secretive. Yeah, that makes sense. You're so secretive because Scorpio right now is in the second house, so you don't want to come off as unstable, emotionally unstable. You don't want to come off to everybody as emotionally unstable or low self-esteem. My astrology teachers were saying when they started studying, they had to question fate because everything is in the chart. Wow. Yeah. I'm a Orisha astrology nerd. I guess you can say. Cause yeah, sometimes I just like to just get these natal charts and just look at them and just kind of see like the different correlations that I can find. Everyone calls Scorpio secretive. We keep everybody else secrets. Yeah, but see the difference between Scorpios and Geminis when it comes to keeping secrets. You can push Scorpio to a limit to where they can betray you and tell everything. When it comes to Gemini, a lot of time there's so many times we could have just ended people's life, and we had the ammo to end their life, but we was just like, fuck it, it don't even matter. It's not even that crucial. Like, I know right now Kanye got some stuff that can really, really like end a lot of people careers. He probably got some stuff that can really, really end Drake's career. But he chose not to put it out. Maybe he forgot about it until it was too late or something. That's how we are as Geminis. It's like, if we're very loyal and you tell us some secrets, even if y'all fuck us over a lot of times, we won't go as petty as to do that, as to betray you. Never spilled the beans on nobody. That's what's up. You a real one. You a real one. Mars' nature is to kill. I didn't understand this until I met one that got my ass. And then too, with this Mars is in Aquarius in the fourth house, so this is someone who didn't know how to use, who learned how not to use their passions or their fighting nature intelligently in the home. Maybe they didn't have an association where they could see that being played out. And these are the type of men that the baby Oshun, when she's misled, can fall for, and they can have a lot of babies, but that don't mean he's gonna stay in the picture, because the seventh house is in Aries. You might think you can do some voodoo on him, and that's gonna keep him around. See, the voodoo has always been about the kids. That's why children are so magical. The voodoo has always been about the kids. Why you think the most powerful spirit is the spirit of the baby, Eshu. The spirit of the baby girl, which is Oshun, the virgin, the baby Oshun, the virgin, and also the spirit of the baby boy, Eshu, are the most powerful spirits. Your soul is the most powerful thing here. Why do you think that is? It's a reason. Multiverse used to stay away from me. Wow. That Aries man was too whorish, and I was the nice one that just chose to walk away. Yeah. Yep. And when you look at the Pata keys about Shango and Obanani, you got two different ways that the story is told. You got a bunch of, because when we're talking about these mythologies, it's a multiverse with the mythologies. That's why there's so many paths. So there are some paths that are followed to where Oshun was the side piece, and Shango was cheating on Obanani behind her back with Oshun. That is a path. That is a path that you could be the one that's trying to be a wife, Obanani, and then you can have some friends who are some Pumbageras, some Aries Oshuns who are some Pumbageras, and you can associate your man with one of your friends who's a undercover Pumbagera, and she can have sex with your man and break up your happy home. That is a path. Now, there's also a path that Obanani and Oshun were sister wives to Shango. And Oya was the jealous wife that wanted to break up. Oya was the jealous wife that wanted to break up the union between Obanani and Shango. And Oshun was like the collateral damage. There's a path where that happened. And then there's a path to where Obanani, she was the queen. The baby Oshun, she was a little girl. She was the little girl that was always friends with Shango, but they never did anything because the baby Oshun, she never felt like she was his league, even though she secretly did like him. But they was never in that type of situation because Obanani got to him first. So, she's sticking around as a good friend, and she's studying Shango, because one day she secretly wants a man like that, so she's studying him, she's being a good friend, but she don't want to step on her sister's toes. So when this baby Oshun saw Oya coming, she tried to warn Obanani, but Obanani, she didn't listen. She was naive, because see, the baby Oshun was the little sister, So sometimes it's easy for you as a big sister to disregard your little sister and listen more to the bigger sister. And in this path, in this path, um, this was what got Obanani's this is what messed up her relationship when she didn't listen to her baby sister Oshun, when she was trying to tell her not to listen to Oya because Oya was being jealous. She was being the jealous Scorpio in the second house, And a lot of times when Oshun is doing dirt, she hides from her father. So you see that there's a line. There's a line right here. There's a line right here. Because she don't a loving baby Oshun, when she doing dirt, it's 4 people that she hide it from. It's 4 people that she hide her dirt from. She hide it from the Obanani that's supposed to be a wife. She hides it from her because she understands that'll be a bad look for her. She don't want Obanani to look at her in a certain way. The second person that she hide her dirt from, see, she try to hide it from the baby SU, but he's always a step ahead. He's always a step ahead of her. So she can never get him. She can never get him because he's right there. He's like, I see you. But she can kind of fool Obanani, and then she really tries to fool Oya. She tries to hide her dirt from Oya because she already know that Oya is gonna break her in a second house type of way. She know Oya can blow up the spot. Oya, she got a reckless mouth and she can blow up the spot. Now, she also hides it from her father. She also hides it from her father because she knows how she cherishes how her father thinks of her. She know that if he found out half of the stuff that the baby Oshun be doing in the forest, it would probably run him crazy. And then the fourth thing, if the baby Oshun has a stable, high value, high status, high respectable goat type of upbringing, she's gonna make sure not to ever throw dishonor on this. She don't want to make her family look bad. So that alone would make the baby Oshun not even want to do half of the shit that you see a lot of these women today doing. Because her family, there's a deep honor. There's a deep honor in her upbringing, in the baby Oshun's upbringing, and she's supposed to be a thoughtful, brilliant, pleasant character. This is who we all expected the baby Oshun to grow up to be. Careers in science, very favored, success and fame achieved thanks to a major discovery of principles ruling laws of nature. How many of y'all baby Oshuns, y'all mom and dad was trying to make y'all be a doctor or a scientist, something into nature, But when you were in your rebellious whole phase, you were unstable, intense sensuality, and you went through a lot of numerous short-lived romantic affairs because you were in your rebellious stage. And this started from the home, 4th house. Vesta. So this is real deep. This is real deep. Taurus are really into books. Yeah. They're right now, if you have a Taurus Oshun, you know, she's definitely going to be trying to solve some mysteries. The Taurus Oshun is solving mysteries, trying to figure out how she can become more stable. You know, and she's trying to get down to the bottom of it. And Oya, you know, she's observing. You said that's me, facts. You know, and Oya, you know, she's caught up in traffic. Oya is caught up in traffic. So right now, as a Taurus Oshun, you can really find what you're looking for. You know, but you got to do it your way. Uranus and Taurus in the 8th house. You got to do it your way. You know, you got to do it your way. You can't do it Oya's way. See, Oya, she was all about domination and control. She was all about domination and control. But if you want to find what you're looking for in Oya's house, you gotta have a unique way of doing it. You know, Oya can have a very messy house, but she has a lot of valuable things in her messy house. What planet? Oya is meant to be in the 8th house, but as you can see, Oya is in the 2nd house. She's in Oshun's house, so she trying to while Oya, she's in Oshun's house, trying to uncover the mystery of what makes Oshun so stable here. Oshun is in Oya's house, and she's like, "Yo, I can see the mission, you know, but I can also see the chaos that keeps Oya from seeing the mission." But see, no matter what version of Oshun that you look at, she's always going to be original. So this is the Oshun that's the sacred cow, the heifer. She's the sacred cow, you know, the mother Venus, the sacred cow, you know. So if you're a Taurus Oshun right now and you're getting to the bottom of your valuables, your value, you're getting to the bottom of these, you're trying to solve this mystery. Hopefully you doing this is going to result in you having a enhanced sense of individuality, and you can use that to get to where you're trying to go in your mission, which is your North Node. Your North Node, you're meant to be stable. You're meant to be stable. She is a mixture. She could be Oya, she's like the auntie. She's like the auntie. Yeah, she's like Aunt Yansa. I call her Aunt Yansa. But then you have an elder Oya, and that's Ada. So I would say Scorpio in the 9th house is Ada. Or someone who is a Sagittarius sun, Scorpio moon, Libra rising. Very, very possible Ada. You know, that's 7, 8, 9. If she's a Scorpio sun, Sag moon, a Libra rising, or a Libra sun, Scorpio moon, and Sag rising. You know, these are Ada. You said you can't wait to get your chart done. Yeah, I can't wait to do it for you. You know, make sure you sign up. Sign up on my website. Sun and Taurus with a stellium in Scorpio. Taurus are marriage. Scorpio and Taurus are marriage partners and sisters. Scorpios are always attracted to me. I had to study them to understand me. So you said you're a sun in Taurus So is your moon in Scorpio? Is your moon in Scorpio? Is that what you're saying? Ashley, what is your moon in? Because you said your sun. Oh, or are you saying that your moon is in Scorpio? Because if so, that'll make a lot of sense. My Mars, Saturn, Pluto, and MC are in Scorpio. Oh yeah. Moon is in Sag. Okay. So yeah. So you with you being um a sun in Taurus, a a midheaven in Scorpio, and then a moon in Sag, that's definitely Dragon Lady type of energy. Definitely. When I see Sag moons, that's Dragon Lady energy. The Dragon Lady of Taurus. You know, that is a earth dragon. That is a earth dragon. Real wild. Real wild. The dragon that wants to be wild and roam the earth. You know, and wants to be stable everywhere they go. The wild dragon, whose status is very expressive. They have an expressive. You have an expressive status. You know, Scorpio. But you got to learn how to be about your business, even though you got this status. And this is all that grandmama, you know, Oya and Nana Baruku are very close. So Nana Baruku right now, if your midheaven is in Scorpio, you're learning how to emotionally, how to get your business straight and your status straight emotionally. This is a emotional come to Jesus situation. You know? So Scorpio, that's the sexual organs, you know, and then Cancer represents the breast, you know, the breast and the thighs. So, you know, you gotta get that in order. Gotta get it in order. You're right, Mr.BandClap. You gotta get that in order. Them thighs, them thighs and them breasts and them sexual organs. Cause all of that is being in the forefront, midheaven. You know, do you really want that to be the focal point of your status? You know? Why does Oya understand death so much? Because she walks in between. She walks in between. Look at where the 8th house is at. You know, you got the 9th house, which is the heavens, and then you got the 7th house that's still connected here. You know, and she's right in the middle. You know. Also, can that Oya energy help you? Yeah, because that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to help you overcome, because at the end of the day, we have a shattered definition of what death really is. So it's hard for us to transition. But if you were able to learn it in the way that we used to know it back in the times of Scorpio, which was the Dragon Age. Scorpio was a part of the Dragon Age. You know, it was the emotional, the Water Dragon Age. The Air Dragon Age was during the 9th house, was during Sagittarius, the age of Sagittarius. So during this age, We knew that we were not this body. We knew that our emotions, our emotional bank, our memory bank, it came from the waters below. And we knew that our essence came from the heavens above. So when we came together on earth, you know, we traveled in our bodies, we did a lot of things, but we understood that this body could only go but so long. You know, this body could only go but so long. So, you know, it was easy for us to dematerialize ourselves and just be in our soul form. It was easy for us to do that, just like Dragon Ball Z. If you want to learn a lot about the Dragon Age, learn about watch Dragon Ball Z with a conscious eye. And it gives you so much gain. I mean, so much gain. You know, how these dragon entities were responsible for helping the innocent souls travel throughout the worlds. You know, when you see the baby Gohan, on top of the dragon with the 4-star Dragon Ball hat, that is all symbolic. Why you think when you see me, I always got that blue Dragon Ball Z hat on? You know, how to train your dragon. You know, these are extremely vicious, extremely huge, extremely powerful creatures. And these babies, they had these creatures at their beck and call. You know? And this is why we always held the babies and the children up to such a high regard, because, you know, you get to a certain level to where the dragons are no longer friendly to you. Now you got to slay the dragon. You know? But did you remember at one time in your childhood where the dragons were actually your friends? You know? Can you remember when the dragon were actually your friend? When the dragon, yeah, anime's always dropping jewels, you know? And you know what? If you want your innocence back, you got to go to that same dragon to wish for your innocence to come back. You know? So just like how Oya has to go through her trials and tribulations, and every time she goes through her trials and tribulations, she get a new color sash to put on her skirt. And when she got all the sashes, all the colors, she can ascend, and now she can turn into Ada Wado. That's the same thing about when you're on Dragon Ball Z and you got to collect the 7 Dragon Balls, aka you gotta you gotta enliven your 7 chakras, and then once that Kundalini rises up and Shinron is summoned, you know, Shinron says, what do you desire? You know, what do you desire? And whatever you wish for, if you want to wish for somebody to come back to life, you know, think about how many times Goku had to be wished back to life from the 7 Dragon Balls when he died. And when he died, he didn't really die. He went to the other world. He went to another world. He went to other world when he died. You know? Bruh, all of this information, all of this freaking knowledge in these cartoons, you know? And dragon ladies, y'all are like treasure troves of deep information that's locked inside of y'all. And some of y'all don't even know how powerful y'all are, because it takes a baby issue to unlock it. And it was like that for a reason. It was like that for a reason because a lot of y'all dragon ladies had to live very, very wild lives. To where if you were cognizant about what you truly had, you would have been destroyed it. Yeah, I gotta look at Demon Slayer too. I love Demon Slayer. You know? So these dragon ladies, they choose to wake up in a very pristine time. But they can have real wild lives, you know, before they wake up. But it's like when they wake up, it's like a switch just opens up and they just have all of this memories and all of this stuff. And they just realize that they're supposed to be on this mission and they just start going on that mission. It's crazy. You know? You can't really, like, when you talk about the fear of death, it's not really something that you can really be prepared for in a way. You know? See, the way I prepare for it, the way Oya have been teaching me to prepare for it, when I get certain impulses to do stuff, instead of me thinking of a million excuses not to do it, you know, I just do it. Because at the end of the day, it's like, man, what's really the worst that can happen? The one thing I never want to do is going to sleep with a regret. My grandmama always taught me to never go to bed being mad at somebody, you know, and what I live by, you're never supposed to go to bed with a regret. You know, you're never supposed to not do something and then you regret it. So a lot of my life, you know, I chose what I've been through. I take full responsibility, and for the most part, I don't have no regrets. You know. Now, it's no saying if I die today, you know, I'm gonna go to, you know, I'll be able to ascend, because there's still some heavy things on my mind that I still want to do, you know. But one thing that I've noticed about myself, there's a process of detachment that happens when you're faced with death. And I'm seeing when I thought my uncle passed away, when I thought my uncle passed away, I started going through these stages of detachment on the inside. It happens with me. It happened like that. And it's like all the memories of my uncle flashed before my eyes. And I just started bawling, crying, you know, so that I can release the emotional tension of it. But I can still keep the memory, and it can give me wisdom and stuff. And then after that, you know, you got to think about you got to think about too, all of the people, places, and things that you are associating with are avatars and symbols for you, to help you on your journey, to help you on your mission. So the key is, while these people are still alive, you need to extract as much information out of them as you can while they're alive. So that way, when they pass away, you can create a avatar for them to communicate with you in the afterlife. You know? So that way, you know, because who knows them better than you? You know, you need to be. One thing that I can say about the baby Eshu, he is a expert mimic. When we talk about Virgos, Eshus are expert mimics, because they analyze so much about the world around them that they can be an expert mimic. You know, Michael Jackson was so much into the dance scene, he was able to mimic what he saw and create the moonwalk. He was a Virgo. Kobe, he was so into basketball, he studied Michael Jordan so much, he was able to mimic Michael Jordan. You know, uh, Nicki Minaj studied Lil Kim. Nicki Minaj studied Lil Kim to the point where she was able to mimic enough of her aesthetic so she can build her character and become prominent in the industry. And then she was able to do her own thing with the whole Roman. You know, when she started saying Roman and all of that, that's when she really started to. But before she got there, she took a little bit from Kim. She took a little bit from Lady Gaga. She took a little bit from a few artists, and so she can mimic them. Doja Cat, she's mimicking a lot of Nicki Minaj. She's a Virgo moon, you know. So the best thing about the baby issue when it comes to you know, who and what you need to be associated with, he'll always be able to paint a picture for you to mimic who and what you need to be associated with. You know, Eshu is a expert mimic. And that's what makes him a good trickster. Because sometimes the baby Eshu can mimic the cry of a baby Oshun because he hears it so much. You know? So you can be doing something that's gonna get you in a lot of trouble, and all of a sudden you hear and you just stop in your tracks like, wait, that's the baby Oshun. You know, let me stop right here. Let me stop right quick and see what's going on. And then you finally get to where you heard the noise at, and it's the baby Eshu snickering. He over there snickering. I got you. You know? And you like, damn, Eshu, why you trick me? Why you trick me like this? And then he draws up the cauldron and he shows you the trouble that you were about to get into. And then you're like, damn, I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad at you. I don't know Thigh Designs. I don't know Dave Chappelle's natal information. Y'all over here having a whole build in the comments. I love it. What y'all over here talking about? If a Leo sun, I wonder what kind of change that is. Oh, what's up, the Divine Hottie? He's been talking to, yeah, because the moon is in Leo right now, and it's in the 10th house. So, so the baby Oshun is being put in a status, in a high status right now. You know, and and this is very sensitive. She's put in a very high status. That's going to be very sensitive for her if she's working in an element that she's not meant to be working in. You know, we used to reproduce on our own. Shango, I see it, a 444 years away. What a master number? Yeah, I'm a 11, life path 11. I've actually gave somebody a reading that was a life path 33, and I think she was an Oshun. But yeah, so I appreciate all of y'all for joining me. I didn't think I was going to be going this long. Again, if y'all like me doing these breakdowns, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. If you would like to get your own reading, www.bandclaptv.com. It is right here. That's my website. You can get to my services. You can get to my YouTube channel from my website. You can get to my music through my website, all of that. You know, get a reading from me. I think there's one more thing I gotta do. So the 10th house, Leo moon, 10th house, we gotta go to our favorite. Yes, I did, Thigh Designs. I did update the website. You gotta check it out. You gotta check it out. Look at these services. Look at there. Your boy coming up. Look at there. Look at Brooke D. She was the original Oshun that gave me a chance. The original baby Oshun named Brooke D. They gave me a chance. Now I got all of these services. You know, that's Chili. Yes, that is Chili from TLC. Your boy with the embrace. With the embrace. You know what I mean? Embracing. You know? Okay, so let's go to our favorite cabal right now. So we got this Malkuth. This is the 10th Sephirah, you know, the kingdom, you know, Malkuth. This represents the physical body. Remember what I said? If you are a baby Oshun and your status comes from your hot body, let's see what's going to happen to you. Let's see what's going to happen to you, because this is what you're going to turn into. You're going to turn into Lilith. You know, Lilith. A lot of mistakes happen when baby Oshuns lead with their body. You know. So this is a culmination of all preceding demonic forces. See, people don't realize. See, baby Oshun, you don't realize that your honeypot is also Pandora's box too. You got to be careful. Your honey is rich. You got some rich honey. You know, your honey can heal the body, but it can also make a nigga crazy, make a nigga go crazy. You know? So this is, my name is Legion, because we are many, the disgracing spirit of nature. You know? This is what happens when this plays out. The disgracing spirit of nature. You know? See, Lilith is a principle. At the end of the day, Lilith is a principle, and we only know a few of the principles of Lilith left. You know, it was a whole thing. And there's probably some books that talk about the principles of Lilith. You know, and we talk about do what thy wilt being a principle of Lilith, and what that means is your willpower. How much gratification are you willing to sacrifice for you to do the mission, for you to complete the mission? You know? So when you're talking about a Leo, a baby Oshun that's known for her honeypot, she got a real, you know, she got some real good honeypot. This is someone who you know, she's gonna live her life chasing instant gratification. And you know, an illusion can be created because of that instant gratification. You know? And the reason why it can go to this, because there's not enough influence, positive influence in her creativity. And it all started because of a rebellion from the home. Capricorn in the 4th house. Rebellion from the home. You know? And that's where it always starts. You said what website? It is www.bandclaptv.com. Yeah. So the Oshun with low self-esteem, she's the one that opens up Pandora's box. Her honeypot turns into Pandora's box because everybody trying to get a plate. You know, her body is the open kitchen, and everybody want a plate. You know, everybody want a plate. And as long as she feels like she's the sun that she can shine on everybody, you know, she'll give it. But as we know, you know, that honey pot gotta, you know, the honey itself don't expire, but you only have but so much honey in your pot, you know. And you don't want to get to the point where when you finally meet that legba that you're supposed to settle down with, he's pretty much scraping the pot. He don't got none. He don't got none. Cause you done gave the honey to everybody else. So now when it comes to, you know, you needing some honey for what you're actually trying to do, you don't really got none left. It said, what website are you currently on? Oh, so this is Astro Theme. This is one of many websites that I use when it comes to looking at the planets and stuff like that. And I like this one because it's very detailed. You know, I like looking at a lot of details and stuff. You know, well, I don't have a hot body, but my Lilith in the 6th house, and figured all of this out to keep on lockdown, ladies. Yeah, so your Lilith in the 6th house, you know, you could really have a chip on your shoulder when it comes to being under someone. You know, being under someone when it comes to doing work. You can either be too much of a stickler where you're like OCD, or you're the type of person where you can't have a boss. You know, you can't have a boss. You said keep doing these. Cool. I appreciate it. So I'm about to, let me see. There's a movie called I Feel Pretty. I think it represents a path of Oshun. Shoot, just that title alone. Just that title alone, you know, I Feel Pretty. That's crazy. You know, I've been looking at a lot of these different versions of Oshun, and the main thing that I've been trying to figure out, at what part of Oshun, of this girl's life, does being pretty not matter anymore? You know, being pretty and being cute doesn't matter anymore. You gotta slay. You gotta be, what they say, beat to the gods. Like all of these names, like all of these weird names, you gotta slay. You know, you gotta be slayed. You gotta be laid. You gotta be beat to the gods. Like this is all weird language to me. I don't understand it. You know, these niggas be like, I want a bad bitch. You know, but what does a baddie mean? A baddie is spoiled. A chick who's a baddie, especially a Leo in the 10th house, got a status, got a high status. This is a baddie who is spoiled. You know? And listen to that word, spoiled. Baddie. Why would you want something that's spoiled and going bad? Like, I don't get these words. I don't want a chick who's spoiled and who's bad, who's a baddie, because they're bad. Like, I don't want something that's bad. I want something that's good. But it sounds weird when you say that I want a good chick. I want a goodie. I want a goodie that's fresh. I want a goodie that's fresh, not spoiled. Because when you're spoiled, that means that you've been let out for too long. You've been away from supervision too long. So what happens when a girl is away from supervision too long? She gets too much of what she wants, and she doesn't learn about hard work. She doesn't learn about Saturn. She doesn't learn about Saturn. So she becomes spoiled. I don't want something that's spoiled, that's a baddie because they're spoiled. You know? And it's spoiled people. It's the guys that had no business even being in the vicinity of a woman like her. These are the guys that spoil this girl, this Oshun, and turn her into a baddie. And once she's turned into a baddie, it's over. Once the baby Oshun is turned into a baddie, that programming is so deep, and the power that you get from that fake sense of empowerment, it's over once she gets to that point. You know, she'll forever have a wound of individuality in relationships, because everybody knows what she got in between her legs. Like, everybody knows what she got. She's no longer a secret. You know, Taurus, she can't play the Taurus Oshun in the 8th house no more, because her secret is out. You know? So the baby Oshun becomes an outcast when she decides to stay in the past, where her path to Eshu was clear. So that's your answer, Thigh Designs. Oshun becomes an outcast when she decides to stay in the past, when she decides to go to the past route that her ancestors went on, and then she moves forward. This is her moving forward. She moves forward. She goes into the 12th house, where everybody's in La La Land because they working. So instead of this baby Oshun doing what everybody else doing, working, this baby Oshun, she decides to listen to her grandmother. She decides to listen to her mother to be a homebody. And when she moves forward to the 12th house, she sees the baby Eshu here. So now they're balanced. Now you got Obanani, you got Thoth, you got Thoth, and you got Mayat, or you got Sekhmet and Ptah. You got Seshat and Thoth. You know, so Mayat is finally achieved. Mayat is achieved. She's balanced. She's balanced. The baby Oshun is balanced. She got her a ride or die. Now, she may be an outcast from everybody else who got issues going on. See, this is everybody else that got issues going on. You know, even Gemini is like a Dolo say. Even Gemini is flunked out. It's just that our shit can be it can be rectified as long as we keep our mouth shut. As long as we keep our mouth shut during this time, we straight. Or if you got your mouth open, you know, you got something over here that you can speak from. Your moon sign is either Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. If your sign is in any of these, in a moon sign, and you're speaking as a Gemini, you might be straight. Yep. But when you think about it, every time the baby Oshun decides to stay a Bebu with Eshu instead of going with Shango. Shango is like the prince that Cinderella is expected to be with. The baby Eshu, this is Aladdin. And this is Princess Jasmine. And this is Aladdin. You know, she only goes to the whole new world when she goes with Aladdin. And then now they're out in the forefront, and they're going on adventures. You know, now as long as as this is healthy, as long as this is healthy, the baby Oshun, she meets Eshu, they become married, you know, they become a unit. So now Oya can't get in between that. So now this is transformation of values. Transformation of values, you know. So now you got this baby Oshun, she's trying to be the queen. She goes to the innocent baby Eshu, and now they're gonna be the queen and the king. What's up, baby girl? What's up, esoteric Esther? I'm telling a story, astrology story right now. So when the baby Oshun, you know, associates herself, 11th house, when the baby Oshun, who's a queen, associates herself with the baby Eshu that is in the 12th house, you know, so this is someone that your mom referred to you. This is someone that everybody, a lot of your elders referred this one to you because they knew that this is the one that was truly compatible, even though, you know, in the world, you're going to see this and this being thrown at you. See, Aries, see, these are the ones, you know, it looks like they'll be a good partner, but they're going to give you a childhood wound of individuality because they're going to hit it and quit it, you know? And then you got this version, and this is the version that a lot of these baby Oshuns end up going for, you know? So you got these two, and then you got the baby Eshu that's always, see, this is the thing about baby Oshuns. They're always associated with the right type of guys, you know? But they always pick somebody that got these issues, got all this stuff going on with them. But they're always associated in class with a baby Eshu, the quiet nerd that's in the back of the class, 12th house. This is a nerd that's in the back of the class. And this is the popular girl, you know. This is the high status, high value. This is the high status, high value, popular girl. And then this is the baby Eshu that's in the cut, you know. So this is the path less traveled. Usually she'll start moving backwards when she disregard what her elders, if she don't have an elder right here, she start going backwards. She start going backwards instead of going forward. You know? So this is the nerd. This is the baby Eshu. He's right here. So they've created a union. So now they look like a balanced couple. And nothing can come in between them because they've transformed their values. See, Oya is going to always tempt Eshu and Oshun because Oya is always going to feel like one of them needs to grow up. Oya is always going to feel like one of them need to grow up. Either you need to grow up or you need to grow up. Eshu, you need to grow up and stop babying that girl, and she needs to go out and take her bumps and bruises, and you need to let her, you know, grow up. Or this is her telling, this is Oya telling Oshun, you need to stop babying Eshu. You need to let Eshu grow up, because if he's meant to be your king, how's he gonna lead you and he act like a child? You need to let him grow up. Both of y'all need to grow up. You know? So Scorpio is gonna make sure that your values are in check. Scorpio, or y'all gonna make sure your values are in check, and Obatala is gonna make sure your head, your mindset is together. You know? And this is why it's so important for the baby Oshun to have these type of people, these type of influences around her. you know. So this is the type of man that she needs to be with, you know. This is what she needs to be seen as, you know. She needs to her personality, she needs to come off as a Obanani Akasha hybrid, you know. Her values need to be deeply stable, deeply rooted, you know, transformative, you know. The baby issue, she's going to need to be able to keep up with him, which means that she's always going to be transforming her values, you know, because the baby issue, he don't care about being in the shadows. She does. You know, Oshun don't like not being popular, but Eshu don't care. You're like, yo, I don't care. I'll be a turtle. The baby Eshu like, I'll be a turtle. I don't care. And then the baby Oshun's like, well, can I be a lovely butterfly? And the baby Eshu's like, no, you can't be a butterfly. You're gonna get us caught. You gotta be a crab or something. You gotta be a turtle too. And she's like, I don't want to be a turtle too. You know, turtles, they're ugly. You know, so that's the banter. That's the banter that goes on between them. You know, but it's very important for you to have somebody like this as a baby Oshun. You got to have this. And when it comes to your roots, you got to have some real hard roots. You got to have some deep roots, some deep, strong roots. You know, it's because of your upbringing that's going to make you the GOAT. Your upbringing can literally make or break you, because this is where the issues start with her. This is where the alignments start, in the 4th house. You know? So it's like once this has been tampered with negatively, now it's a recipe for disaster. You know? So this Capricorn in the fourth house has to be important. She had to have structure. She's had to have order, you know, all of that. And that's what's going to make her devoted. She's gonna, and these are the characteristics that's going to make the baby Oshun such a devoted person. She's gonna be thoughtful, brilliant, pleasant character. You know, all careers in science, success, and fame are achieved thanks to major discovery of principles ruling the laws of nature. This right here, instability, intense sensuality, and numerous short-lived romantic affairs, you know, depending on how this baby Oshun was raised up, is going to determine how little or how large this is. Because if she was raised up right, you know, she still might, you know, when she go to college, she might have some sensuality. She might have some short-lived romantic affairs, but it won't be as bad. She'll still be able to meet a baby issue and have some really, really hot affairs with that baby issue. Like, she'll still have some love to give, you know, when it comes to him, if this is done right, you know, because everything that has to do with Mars, all of this is contingent on that 4th house. And Venus, the way she loves, you know, this is someone who has to be taught. This is a baby Oshun who has to be taught how to be a sapiosexual. Venus in Aquarius. There's something about you that separates you from everybody else, you know, and that's why I love you. That's the reason why she loves the baby issue, because her Venus is in Aquarius. So it was something about him that separated him from the crowd, even though he's in the sea kingdom with a whole bunch of mermaids around him. He's the only one that looks you know, that doesn't look like he belongs. But she loves that about him, you know, because she has this Venus in Aquarius. The last chick that I was with, when I was at this Latino club, and the chick that I ended up pulling from that club, she had a Venus in Aquarius. She had a Venus in Aquarius in the 5th house, you know. So it was something about my energy when I came into the club. Like she instantly felt it. And she told me, she was like, yo, like I just instantly felt your energy when you came in, you know. And it was like she just fell into my arms, you know. So this Venus in Aquarius is very powerful for a baby Oshun that hasn't been programmed negatively. This can really make or break you. Like really make or break you, you know? And then when we come over here to Saturn, you know, now this is the 5th house. So now, you know, that Saturn in the 5th house, once it gets here, you know, it's already over. Because see, this Saturn in the 5th house, this puts a cover on the honeypot. This puts a cover on the honeypot. If you got Saturn in Aquarius, like me, you have a cover. If you're a man, you got a invisible condom on. You know, even if you wanted to be reckless with your dick, you couldn't be, you know, because you've had so many instances in your life that showed you otherwise, that, you know, you just can't do it. As a woman, if you didn't have a strong father figure in your life and you got this Saturn in Aquarius, you know, this means if you got Saturn in Aquarius, that means that you really had to learn how to use your honeypot, because your honeypot is something serious, you know. And with 5th house in Aquarius, that means anybody can get it. Anybody that you're associated with is gonna feel the effects, you know. So there has to be a Saturn right here, because not everybody is meant to get in there. Not everybody is meant to feel the effects of your honeypot, because it's powerful like the sun. See, these are things that these little girls need to learn as a child, you know, before they get too old. You got to start teaching your children this as soon as they know how to point. As soon as they know how to point and look, you got to be teaching your children about astrology. Teaching your children about how sacred their body is, how sacred their temple is, you know, how sacred their honeypot if they're a baby Oshun, how sacred your worlds are, aka the eggs that you have, how sacred those worlds are. You lose ability to create worlds, you know, every time you have a cycle. You know, all the worlds that you didn't create, they come out when you have your cycle, you know, and then you have another chance to create some more worlds, you know. So this stuff is very important. Right now, make sure, if you got a big ego because of your status, make sure that status is something that is going to self-improve you. You know, make sure it's something that's some work that's working towards your dreams. Make sure that it's something that you actually want to do, you know, because if not, you will get exposed as you will get exposed as the heretic saint you are. And your personality is going to give it away. Your lack of values is going to give it away. Your mental instability is going to give it away. You know, your stubbornness, your lack of roots is going to give it away. Your lack of intelligence Your lack of associating with people that's supposed to represent what you claim that you represent. That's going to give it away. And last but not least, your work ethic in general is going to give it away. So if y'all heed that message, you will be glad that you did. This has been another BandClap TV Orisha Astrology breakdown. Remember, if y'all want a reading from me, if you want a if you're in the state of Florida and you got a party that you need a DJ for, definitely let me know. This is my DJ page. This is a little video. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so let me do it like this. So there's the last party that I DJ'd at. There go me right there. Y'all saw it. Hold up. Go back. Yeah. There I go. Yeah. Let's go. Yo. So yeah. Check out my DJ services. Artist interviews. If you're an artist or a content creator that would like to get interviewed by me, that's here. If you would like a natal chart reading, my Everything is Everything is my bestseller. I talk about that. Click on that. If you would like a card reading, like the On Point Orisha Tarot that I do, you can click on that. With this deluxe, I think it comes with two complimentary questions, like two complimentary card readings that you can use. So yeah, make sure you're following me on all of my platforms. Instagram BandClap TV, Facebook BandClap TV. To show your support that you like these types of videos. Definitely don't hesitate to donate. My donation links will be in the description of this video. And until next time, peace.